So he goes to the reunion, they break up, he decides he's gonna take the job, finds out it's her dad he's there to kill. Who's the asshole, by the way? The dad, not the guy.
Hey everybody, hello and welcome back to Film Bites. So today we're talking about script breakdowns. What are they and why do I need one? Anyone have any guesses? Nope, definitely not that. Not that at all. A script breakdown is a detailed analysis of a script, identifying and categorizing the elements required for the production process. So why do you need one? Well, isn't that self-explanatory? Recently I had a conversation with our Czech producer. If I hadn't mentioned that yet, we intend to shoot this, or at least a fair amount of it, in Prague. Now, I asked for a rough estimate of a budget, and one of the first questions I was given is, how many shooting days do you think you'll need? The answer? I don't know. Tesla, do you know? So what's a good tool to determine those shooting days for us? Go ahead, I'll wait. Correct, a script breakdown is the perfect starting place. So now typically a script breakdown is done by your producers, but more likely it's going to be done by your first assistant director, who will be dealing with all of the scheduling and will be providing call sheets to all your cast and crew. This is, however, an independent production, so can you guess who'll be creating the very first rough Winston script breakdown? Right again, this guy. So the first thing we got to do is break this thing down into A's. A's, Dave, what are you talking about? Is this show about drugs all of a sudden? Yeah. In terms of runtime, one page of a script is generally equal to 1 minute of screen time. So Winston right now is 127 pages. So approximate runtime would be...
1, 2...
Correct, roughly 2 hours. That's some math I can handle. Now in scheduling, everything is done by A's. So instead of saying, oh, we're gonna shoot about 3.5 pages, we would say instead, we're scheduled to shoot 3 and 4 A's. Perfectly clear, right? As a general rule of thumb, a film is going to average anywhere between 3 to 5 pages per day in production. So if we do the math, Winston could take us in the ballpark of 25 days for shooting. Now this of course fluctuates and varies. So if you've got a script-heavy dialogue, it's a whole lot easier to burn through those pages than, let's say, if I'm trying to launch a human body off a rooftop into a void. Fortunately for me, script breakdowns are primarily digital. Back in the day, the AD would need to go through this whole thing by hand with various colored markers identifying each individual element. Today, however, things are a little bit easier. And as those of you who've been following the channel know from our script episode that I'm a big fan of Celtics. So we jump into Celtics, get over to our navigation window, press this little magic button, and voila, instant breakdown. Well, not exactly. But you can see Celtics immediately identifies several of the elements in our script with colors and coding. The next part of it is somewhat tedious, but one I do enjoy. You need to go in there and identify each and every element of the screenplay. I'm talking CGI, wardrobe, characters, weapons, extras, set dressing, props. Wait, Dave, what's the difference between a set dressing and a prop? Glad you asked. General rule of thumb, if an actor interacts with the object, you consider it a prop. Okay, Dave, but what if the actor picks up a shirt? Is it a prop or is it wardrobe? You ask too many questions. All right, so once you get all those elements worked out, inside of Celtics, you have the tools to automatically create various production documents. For example, if you click on this report button, you can now see a scene-by-scene list of everything in your film. And you can organize items by department, by shooting days, which is really helpful if there's a llama in several scenes of your script, because llamas only work on Tuesdays, so you may want to schedule all his scenes on that day. So Celtics affords you the opportunity to just pile in the details and information of your entire production and into this breakdown. The more you add in there, the more you can really organize your project and prepare yourself for shooting. Now I could go on and on, I won't. But go ahead and leave me some questions if you want to know more about this topic. I want to say thanks to Lisa Vatcher. She gives a fantastic training session on this whole topic at the Raindance Film Festival, and the link to that video is down in the description below. I highly encourage you to check that out. And that's going to wrap up this week's episode, so please make sure you like and subscribe to our channel. It is a critical factor in helping us to get this film into production. Thanks again, guys, and we'll see y'all next week. Great work, great work.